Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rob Cowlin. I'm here with my co-host Simon Staples, and you're listening to the Band of Runners podcast.
Oh, good boy, Rob. You all right?
Good boy.
Good boy.
Yeah, very well, thanks, mate. How are you?
Yeah, really good.
How you holding up?
No, I'm really
Really
happy.
good.
Really good.
Really good.
Well,
how
look,
does one feel really good?
Well,
you're better than me.
my body's shot to shit.
Is it?
Yeah, really shot to shit. But I'm really high spirits though. Really high spirits after that weekend.
Really high spirits, jeez.
Yeah. Should tell everyone.
Sure you're not just drinking high spirits?
No, I've got well, actually, bit of a plug. Got an order from Naked Wines. So I've got 12 bottles filled my rack now since you came around and drunk it all last weekend. So.
Oh, did I? Naughty.
Naughty.
Big reveal.
So I've got
a lovely bit of fizz sent to me by one of our previous guests, Vanessa Brewster. Thanks very much, Vanessa, for my belated birthday, as you know, because last week, 34 years young.
Oh, so yeah, you've done a race. Have you done a race this weekend, Rob? I didn't notice, and my Facebook feed went a bit.
I had a bit of a quiet one actually. Yeah, I just stayed in and thought I'd just leave it to others. You know, I just wanted a little break from it all.
Right. So
how about you?
Well, yeah. No, yeah, we did the Thames Path 100, didn't we, with Centurion running? So.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
So. What was it? We entered the Grand Slam, just to recap for everyone, entered the Grand Slams. This is 400-mile races. It should have been spread over nicely throughout the year this year. It hasn't because of COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
So they're now pretty much one a month for 4 months in a row. Yeah?
Yeah.
And the
Pretty
Thames,
intense.
Yeah, it's a bit intense, isn't it? And Thames,
big old Corona Slam. But
Yeah.
I do think, just as a point to note, they misnomered it a bit, because surely it should have been COVID 20 because it's in 2020. There's probably a scientific reason that's not valid, but I don't know what it is. Anyway, yeah, the Corona Slam from Centurion probably presents one of the toughest challenges ever, given that the Grand Slam itself, in normal circumstances, is, as you say, Si, split over like 8-9 months. Instead, 4 months, so you get 4 or 5 weeks max between 400-mile races. That's tough.
Yeah, and interestingly, it's the stats that are already out, and this is purely from Large Marge off Facebook, so it's not from the Centurion website at all. Anything like that.
Large Marge.
But but I believe that there was about 60 odd people that signed up for the Slam. So you can enter each race separately, or you can try and do all 4 in the same calendar year, and that's called the Slam. So I believe there's something about 60. And Large Marge on Facebook says that there's only about 18 left in it.
Bunch of casuals, aren't we?
Well, I'm in it. I'm still in it. So that's probably why I'm a bit chipper, to be honest, because I don't deserve to be, Rob, is what I'm getting at.
I agree. You absolutely don't deserve to be. You're as casual as they come. Yeah, you're a good runner, but you're bloody casual, aren't you?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean...
Fair.
But, so for you described this Thames Path 100 as one of the best days of your life or something, wasn't it?
I think the proudest...
Was that one of the 20 posts you did, or...
Oh, he's getting him in. I think the proudest moment of my life in terms of achievement about that. How about you?
Oh, it destroyed me. It absolutely destroyed me.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. Not in terms of... Normally I blow up because of nutrition and feel sick and all that sort of stuff. This one, I seriously thought I was injured at 35 miles. I thought I needed to pull out from a previous injury I had back in 2018, 2019, and I thought it had come back again. So I was stuck at an aid station.
Yeah,
literally.
I remember having a little chat with you, and you're the only person I spoke to throughout the race other than my actual crew, because I was on strict orders not to be messing around, but I was worried that you were a goner, and I thought I've got to see if this could be helped. So you didn't sound good when I spoke to you. So what was that? You had a really bad back injury a few years ago, didn't you?
Disc bulge, it was apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, but that got cured up back in early 2019, I think. But anyway, so I was at the aid station then. A few of our friends came in, so John, Sarah, and Ollie, who everyone knows really, and
Yeah, the
yeah,
A team, wasn't it? The A team. That's what you called yourself.
They at every 100 so far that I've ever done, one of those three scoops me up off my feet and cracks me back on with it. So I think it was Sarah this time just drugged me up, and I thought they would hang around and and give up on their race and hang around and help me out, but they didn't. They said, right, we're going straight back out again. You come in? I was like, well,
it is your world, Si. We're all just living in it, aren't we? So, you selfish bastard.
So I went out with them. And wow, the drugs did work. So
I can't believe you didn't scuttle my crew and just make them all come and support you instead. Just leave that potato for he's a goner.
Your crew are professional. Let's talk about your crew, because you had the most star-studded lineup, I think, in ultra running world that I've ever heard of.
Yeah, it was just mad, really. I mean, I can't believe how anyone would particularly these people, like we're talking Paul Mason, ran the 300 miles along the Grand Union Canal backwards and forwards pretty much non-stop a few weeks ago. Okay, I chipped in and helped him. But, established ultra runner, member of the 100 Marathon Club. Similarly, Rob Treadwell, has done double figures, 100 milers, runs 100 miles in 16 hours, for goodness sake, wins events. We've had both of them on podcast out of interest, and also on the podcast we've had Karen Webber, who was my sort of crew captain and the one sort of telling me don't play it.
He's got a crew captain.
Crew captain. Well, she's captain and the whole team, to be honest, Karen, because she's so experienced. Everyone knows her, to the point where people were saying as I went into aid stations, you better not piss about because Karen's going to actually murder you if you don't finish this race. I was like, I better go then. And I ran off at points where literally friends had turned up, friends who are part of Centurion or work in the aid stations already. They weren't contravening directives, were chasing me out the aid stations just to have a chat. Cause I showed up to see you. I was like, I've got to go because Karen's going to make me trouble. And yeah, but she's like you said, she's deeply professional about what she does, and she's there to make me finish the race, which is what she constantly said to me. But she did say gold star, I didn't piss about, and that was the one thing I would have got told off for. I got zero tellings off.
Good boy.
I was a very good boy.
Good boy.
And, but I had to be, really, because you've got people who have given up loads of time for you.
Yeah, I must say that it is something that pushes you to carry on, isn't it?
Definitely, they've literally recce'd Paul Mason, the Masonator, as we spoke to a couple of weeks ago. He literally, and Caroline, his other half, gave up a weekend to go recce bits of the Thames Path.
I saw them running the wrong way along the Thames when I started the race. So I saw them.
Yeah, and that was just to say hello to
Hampton
me.
Court or something.
And I know you started courting Paul to be your pacer. He wouldn't have put up with a scrote like you. Oh, my legs are hurting, my bot's sore. He wouldn't have done any of that. Doesn't put up with wimps like you, mate. He's there for the hard people like me.
Oh no.
You don't need it. No. So what did you have in the way of crew and support?
Well, lucky enough, I basically went with exactly the same strategies I had last time. So I had running friend from the local running club, Carrie Law, came out again, and sort of crewed, well, all of us really. I ran with John, Sarah, and Ollie, and us four, and we put the orders in for sandwiches and stuff. So we got
lovely.
Yeah, got a bit of help at 51, and then I was paced from. So this is how bad. I didn't really do much prep for this one at all. Wallingford, was it?
Yeah, 77 miles.
Yeah, 77 miles, and. Bang! We just saw it in. We just pounded it out. It was a horror. We both hated it, to be honest. It was weird.
Why was that? Was it the route? Was it the situation you were in physically?
Yeah, everything. Both tired. The route's boring. I'm afraid to say. I think, Rob, in my opinion, from Wallingford to Oxford. So we were going through the night basically. So you can't see anything. You're doing it under headlamp. It was foggy. The grass was dewy. You're in fields, you can see the eyes of the cows or sheep or whatever crap you're in with, and you just don't want to be there.
I saw some deer. Did you not see those deer that looked like something out of a horror sci-fi type film?
No. And
We had like 20 deer at one point that just like ran across the path, and they all stood like equidistant from each other, and we all flashed our head torches. I was with 2 other runners and Paul Mason, and we're like, oh, this is incredibly creepy, and it's definitely real, but it's like there's like reindeer here. What is this?
I mean, we had loads of problems as well. None of which were really self-inflicted. So
you do have problems.
Head torches. Mine kept running out. Handheld torch kept running out. Literally.
That's because you're such a cheapskate, man.
Yeah, by the Tesla's own batteries. I buy the alkaline ones, Rob. Help.
Oh, he's using a Christmas lights as a head torch. James, someone sort him out.
Oh God.
What a mare.
Yeah, so I found it harder the North Downs way. The back half I found a lot harder than North Downs way. Which is bizarre.
This is what people didn't tell me years ago. Because, like, bit of context, obviously I did the North Downs way. It's my only ever Centurion 100 I've ever finished. I then thought, full of gusto, believe my own hype, I'm in for the slam in 2017. Thames Path, I rock up with a few beers in me, a curry the night before, and I'm like, I've got this. I'm just like, balling down to the
That's
start.
not responsible, is it?
No, but I wasn't responsible or experienced then. I balled down to the start on Richmond outside the Slug and Letters, getting my photos taken, looking all like totally like the one.
Ready for your Facebook posts.
They're already forming in my mind, and then I trot off and I explode by about mile 22 and have to DNF there. Call from one of the marshals to James.
Sorry, Rob, lost you again there. So you DNF at 21 and get grilled by the marshals.
Yeah, but we're grilled by the marshals, and like basically one of them phones James Elson and hands the phone to me and makes me basically explain to James why I quit.
So James Elson is the race director for everybody.
Yeah, and it's basically like, so what's up, Rob? I'm like, that wasn't his voice, by the way. I wouldn't even take that. He'll DQ me. My knees hurt. It's really hurt. James, I fell over. Someone's bike almost hit me. It was a little kid. I had to jump out of the way, James. We have to get into this in a bit. But so totally embarrassing. But then I realised, actually, just ask people that have done this, including good runners on the Brilliant Centurion group. Say, well, how the hell do you approach something that's pancake flat? I know you've done a lot of ultras on flat stuff.
Yeah.
When I've done them, they're usually in like the Lake District or, I don't know, the Southwest, where there's a bit of like up and down.
That's what I think killed me about this, is because you're using the same muscle groups for 24 hours or whatever it is.
Too much bot and like hamstring.
Yeah, too much bot, not enough hammies or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah,
you're the coach. You tell me.
I'm the coach.
Apparently.
No, you were saying about this ringing race directors. You have a knack of sort of the stories that I've shared with you being hilarious in the dial-ups there. So just going back, like the North Downs Way 100, you thought it'd be a great idea to give James a present at the start line, turning up to a coronaed start line with a band of runners buff.
You've got that's our tradition for guests on the podcast.
You've got to picture the scene, though, people, right? So it is basically only 6 people that are allowed to start at the same time. It's very stressful. There's people there with the temperature guns. All the Centurion staff are in face masks or the actual face shield things. They've all got plastic gloves on. Everyone's quite nervous about, hitting the temperature check, getting the watches done. Is the deep heat applied?
I was hoping I'd fail, but
is the legendary James Elson there for anyone who has got a man crush on him? And Rob's suggestion of just turning up at this start line with a buff for him. Hi,
and a beer mat and a fridge magnet.
Here you go. What's he going to do with them, man? Where's he putting those?
I don't know. Obviously it was a joke, wasn't it? But I had them all, so it was a little bit real.
You had them all there? You took them?
Yeah, I had them all.
Oh,
no,
man.
I didn't take them. No, I didn't, because you made it sound like a bad idea, like you are now, even though it's the best idea ever. Just take some sanitizer with it. That'll be fine. No, I'm not doing it. Please don't DQ me, anyone. No, I want to do the races.
So
you're still on for the Grand Slam, aren't you, buddy?
Oh, I am. Yeah, I am still
ones.
on. I am still on. I'm amazed. I'm so amazed I'm still on for this. I'm a bit worried I'm still hurty because it's been That's a bit. What is this? Yeah, it's been over a day now, hasn't it? So
It's been all of a day.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course you wouldn't hurt. Simon, you're supposed to hurt for like 2 weeks after a 100-miler.
yeah,
You don't just feel better suddenly.
I
You
don't
know
think
that,
I'm
right?
going to
You've
do
done a few of them.
anything. I don't think I'm going to do anything now for at least 2 or 3 weeks. Running
You don't need
wise,
to.
anyway.
You
Yeah.
literally don't need to. I actually believe that now. You don't need to. You just don't need to do it. When we've got the training that we've had, we should talk about training and prep, I suppose, a little bit. But like our training, mate, is like through lockdown and stuff, like with your Corona marathons, with the fact that I was doing some charity stuff and a few virtual runs, we've probably run as much as we ever have outside of events or 10 in 10s. We shouldn't actually need to do anything more than look after our bodies, right?
Well, yeah, but we can't. We are not very good at that, Rob. We eat and drink too much,
Aren't
basically,
we?
don't we?
Maybe.
Yeah.
At times. We have our moments, don't we?
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody does, and that's fine. Like Thursday night before the run.
Oh, we had guests,
Had a little
didn't we?
belated birthday party, didn't we?
Jesus, yeah, we did, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but 4 of us were actually doing the race.
Oh, yeah, good times.
No, it's brilliant. It's brilliant
so, yeah,
preparation. It meant we slept really well on Friday night, I think.
So yeah, prep then for since the North Downs way. So we had what 4 weeks, wasn't it, between these first 200?
Literally 4 weeks dead.
Did you? You went a bit silly, didn't you? You went to SVN down in Kent and did the cycler park for a few days, didn't you?
Yeah, so went down SVN. Bit of a birthday sort of celebration thing. Just wanted to make it social, but at the same time practicing the jeffing strategy because I haven't really done much of that. And I knew, as I was saying before, that's what you have to do for 100 milers unless you're an actual proper pro. So I wanted to test it out. Did marathon in 2 halves. So how did you get prepped then, Si? What were you doing like the week before? I know you had the North Downs Way 4 weeks before, but how did you recover from that and then get ready for this big one?
First run I did back from North Downs Way was a club one, so just a shortish one on a Thursday. So I think I didn't run for about 4 days. And then,
good boy.
Yeah, good boy. Then went back to the club run. Saw you on your birthday weekend, wherever that. Oh, it was at SVN in Kent, wasn't it?
That was the Cyclone Park Massive, yeah. Across the Belgrave's End.
Scotch egg, didn't we, with Paul?
A little Scotch egg, yeah. That was our date.
Oh. And then
Cheaper.
that was a week before, wasn't it? North Downs.
That was a week
before Thames Path.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then didn't we do much? But I'll tell you what I've learnt. We've got 5 weeks right until the next one. Literally, no more long running for me. At least 2 weeks out. You know.
Okay.
Because,
you think that was responsible for the herpes?
Yeah, I think I do actually. Really think I do. Just calm down.
But you weren't exerting yourself that day I saw you at SVN. Like, to be fair, you were running with Steve, who's a little bit slower than your pace.
Yeah, but maybe
taking it easy.
Yeah, I was for the 4 weeks in between. I was knackered, absolutely knackered. So yeah, I'm not going to be silly for this next one. I just want one to go well, Rob. I just want one of these to go well.
Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I want one to be pain-free, or one where I don't end up
get
lying
one
down
sub
on the
24,
floor.
so you don't totally lose the bet, mate.
The bet. You've lost the bet already, haven't you? Because you were supposed to do 12 50 milers this year.
12 50-plus milers in 12 months. That's the only rule. And the clock only starts when I finish the first one, which was just this weekend gone. So, yeah, boy.
So what are you going to do in regards to... So the next one we've got is called the Autumn 100. So this is out and back 4 times, isn't it? Along 2 national trails, the Ridgeway and the Thames Path. So it's 50 on the Ridgeway, 50 on Thames Path. Not in that order, but how are you going to go about this one? Because this one's different as well, isn't it? No crew, so you can't have your Karen Webbers.
Oh,
right.
That's a shame.
You can only have a pacer from 75 miles, and they have to do the whole last leg, 25 miles, don't they?
Yeah.
So what are you going to
do? Just do it on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's totally the opposite of what I've just done, but I now have the confidence and the skills, literally from learning it from the people that were looking after me and helping me, to know that I can do that by myself with the support of the Centurion team, and I'll be fine. I just have to look after myself for the next 5 weeks.
Yeah.
which she said we're not great at, but I'm capable. Yeah, I'm capable, and that's what this weekend's taught me. Yeah, I was helped a lot. I was really
Your
helped.
time, right? This amazes me. So I can.
Are you impressed?
Yeah.
Is it pre-hench? Yeah.
So
yeah.
I can run a marathon. I can run 26.2 miles, right? And have 3 hours spare until you cross the 26.2 mile, finish line, right?
Thereabouts, yeah.
For 100 miles this weekend, you proved that I can finish, and then you only need 2 hours to cross after me. That's insane.
2.5 hours.
Wow.
You were damaged.
Yeah,
you didn't
forget all that, Rob. It is what it is. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's eye-opening, I suppose, to people outside it, but I know exactly why that is. So, I totally didn't expect to be 2 hours quicker than I've ever run 100 miles, but that's all down to the mechanics of the system I had and the support I had. I expected to squeeze under the cutoff, which would have made me, 3 hours slower than you or whatever. But it's a mad thing, isn't it? When you go over the longer distance, well, thank you. That's a very nice thing for you to say. It means a lot for me to hear that. It does.
Yeah, but I'm really impressed with it.
But I think Simon, I still expect to be waking up thinking this has been a really long dream, with some good and bad.
I gathered that from all the Facebook posts.
No, because all right, but it's crackers. It's totally crackers. I couldn't believe it when someone turned around to me. Like, I buddied up with Hayley Brewis, who's one of the circuit runners we did the 10 in 10 with last Easter, and I ended up basically doing 70 miles with her and obviously my various pacers. And she turned around to me and said to me at one point, even when I was struggling quite badly in the last 10 miles, she said, "This time could start with 26, Rob. You never know." I was like, "Don't talk nonsense. No way." And I looked at my watch. I talked to Robert Treadwell, who was pacing me at the time. And then he said, "Rob, you could beat Sarah Marshall and John White." I was like, "Let's have it." Let's go for it. I didn't say that at all, actually. I said, "I'm only here to beat myself," which is obviously the complete cliche bollocks you'd expect from me, but that's true. No, it's absolutely mad. And but you had what is probably quite a tough day at the office. To be honest, on paper, I'm not being harsh on you. You could easily do a 22 hour run.
That was the plan. That was the plan. That was the plan for Thames Path. The plan was 22. But when whatever happened at 35, I was walking. I
looked at your watch. It took you 42 minutes to do a mile at one point.
What?
At one point, yeah. 42 minutes to do a mile.
Yeah, that would have been because I was at the A station stretching.
Have a little sit down, did you?
Yeah, stretching this bad boy out, thinking, "Oh my God, what's happening here? Is this it?"
How do you stretch out your bum?
Well, I sort of lifted my right knee up to my chest and.
Oh,
downward
facing dog.
Yeah, there was benches to sort of do stuff on, and I tried to touch my toes.
So that's good. So you didn't just sit and sulk in a corner waiting for a cheese sandwich.
Oh, absolutely not. No, because I did that last time, and that doesn't make anyone happy, does it?
It's not funny. Like, I desperately didn't want to say to you, "You should can this," but I was worried your back was seriously damaged.
Oh no, I said I was serious. I was serious. This. That was it, and I was pretty emotional at the end as well, thinking this is slam over for me because this is an injury. This isn't always a bit sore because he's run 100 miles. This is injury.
But you mean when you finished?
Yeah. Not after I finished, but literally sort of a couple of hours after. I was literally thinking to myself, "Shit, this could be me out of slam now, and I'll pull out the next two." But I'm still hopeful. I need to get to Thursday. Give myself to Thursday. If I'm still like this on Thursday, I'm going to see the chiropractor.
Okay, just to ask then, is your back really hurting? Was it hurting throughout, and you just got your head down and fought through it?
So at 35 miles, whenever it took me 40 minutes to do a mile, that was me saying, right, the rules are simple for me. I'm not giving up on any of this slam. So my only one rule regarding this slam is that my race number has to be taken from me. So
I know, he said on the phone to me, I was like, "What is this nonsense?"
So if I am at an A station, thinking I'm going to pull out or whatever, I won't make the decision. One of those guys has got to come up to me and say, sorry, mate, you've timed out. We need your race number.
That's fair crack, to be fair. Like, I think the point is you don't consciously give up.
No. So,
yeah.
And amazingly, so, people passed me when I was walking into, is it Cookham?
Yeah, that's
Cookham?
it. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So people passed me, go, oh, sure, you're right, mate. You're done, aren't you? You're limping. You look in pain. It's like, thanks. Yeah, look at you, mate. You're a mess. It's like, okay, thanks.
Why is he crying?
Yeah. But then there's this one guy that passed me and he said, well, you never know. Get to the A station, have a snack, have a sit down. It might get better. Like,
oh my God!
What sort of rubbish is this?
That?
Yeah. but it sort of did when John Serenoli turned up and they actually had drugs, over the counter legal stuff. I was like, right,
obviously,
can I have some, please? Sarah provided.
They should have said no.
Yeah, but then they literally was like, right, we're not hanging around, we're going. I was like, shit, you know what? If I don't leave with them, there's nobody else out there. I've got to go.
Well, mate, I was a long way behind. I think you may well, just because you started earlier, you may well have timed out by the time I got there.
Yeah.
In your mind, so.
Well, that was it. The first question I asked when I pulled into Cockham, how long have I got here until I time out?
Yeah.
And again, it was as generous as North Downs Way, I'm afraid to say. They're like, yeah, you got 2 hours, mate. Oh, lovely.
Why give him that? That's the worst thing to say to you. You're like, all right, I'll pitch up here. I'll sort my bum out, and I'll have a cheese sarnie.
Yeah. So the rest of it,
steak rare, please.
The rest of it, I did totally medicated. Paracetamol, ibuprofen, mixing every 2 hours.
Ibuprofen, buddy. Just for anyone listening, you're not supposed to do that on 100 miles or any
anything. But we're not doctors, Rob, are we?
It's not good, is it? No, but
I know it's not good.
I was in a lot of pain at around 51, but I said I want painkillers, but don't put ibuprofen anywhere near me. To Paul, who was pacing me, is like, no, I wouldn't dream of it. So, just for anyone listening, you just don't do that. I've known some horror stories on that stuff. So, paracetamol, fine. And
look at that. I've been told off.
Yeah, mate, I'm telling you off for once. It's the other way round. Role reversal.
But it's literally anything. No, it's not good. But it was literally anything to get me through. And
I get it.
Got lucky, mate. Just really got lucky.
I don't know. I quite like it. I think it's easy for. It's nothing's easy for me actually, but it'd be easy for me to say. Simon's a brilliant marathon runner, really accomplished, really quick. But ultra runs, mate, got my doubts.
I'll be the first one to put my hand up. I'm no good at 100 milers. I hate them. I don't hate them, but they're just so hard. They never go well. That was the third one, and I've never...
It's not a given, is it? Nothing's a given on it. There's so much stuff that can go wrong.
All it is just a list of problems that you're faced with throughout the whole day, and then it's right, how do you deal with this? And for me, after about 8 or 10 hours, I'm like, do you know what? This is just stupid. Let's just give up. I mean, I haven't, but that keeps going through your mind. It's just like this.
Yeah, but that's the power. Not giving up. I obviously know how hard that is, and some people listening will know how hard it is to not give up. I've seriously felt like giving up so many times during 100 miles, particularly the last one when we did. And it's like I won't do it because of the reason I'm doing it for.
Thames Path?
I can't.
Thames Path.
No, North Downs Way. Is I cannot give up. I really want to because I'm in excruciating pain and I'm worried I'm doing permanent damage to myself, but I won't because of what I'm doing this for, which is Mark Thornbury's fundraising. It's embarrassing to give up to me. Like when the first time I did 100 miles, when my dad passed away, I was doing it for the charity that looked after him. I was like, as if I can quit this race. Come on. Like, seriously, look at yourself. You can't. If you're a serious human being, you can't give up under the circumstances of, oh, my back's hurty. It doesn't matter how hurty it is. You can't. I know it's stupid and illogical. It's like people would say, oh, no, but you've got to look after yourself. Even some of the marshals would say that. But it's like, you can't. And you know that deep down. You can't and you shouldn't give up.
Oh, well, it's just like the predicament I feel I've got myself in. It's not even a predicament. No one cares. But there's 18 people, so Large Marge says, left in the slam. That means something to me, and that's ridiculous to even think it. But that's
it means something to you. Why? Because it feels exclusive, or what?
Well,
just to get inside your head.
You've got to get this done, man. I've got to stay in the game. I really want to stay in the game. Who wouldn't want to stay in the game?
Well, I'm technically out of your game, but I'm in my own game.
Yeah, yeah.
So having completed the North Downs Way a few years back, having now finished Thames Path, which seriously, the reason it was so meaningful to me was because 3 years ago I went into it, was totally humbled and embarrassed by that race. It stripped me bare and destroyed me. And
Being the race director at 21 miles.
22, mate.
22.
But finishing it with like relative aplomb, like in a time I never thought imaginable for me, particularly at my current kind of metrics. Like I'm a 20 stone man. I've just run 100 miles, 101 miles on my watch.
102.7 on mine, James.
Oh, James.
My pacer, mate, was going hell for leather at this. She was not happy at all, literally. And when we got to the we got to Rob McGregor's aid station, who was your previous pacer. Yeah. How far we got left, Rob? 9 miles. And this was correct in terms of the checkpoint information, all the information. And then we got to the last one, and after about my 100th bag of salt and vinegar flavoured crisps, they said
nasty flavour.
Yeah, they said, you've got I think they said 3 to go.
No, it's just under 4 is what they said to most people, because that was true.
Wow. Well,
because they shortened the course by 0.9 miles,
yeah,
right?
they said 3.75 to us.
Okay.
And
that's relatively accurate.
Well, we were over the moon. That's how we can believe it.
No, but that's good news, isn't it? But I had bonus miles before that, and obviously it adjusted, and then I ended up just slightly over 100. It's a 100-mile race. You got a couple of bonuses in, so you got your money's worth.
Yeah, got some bonuses in.
That's what we all say. But actually, I know exactly what you feel. I was really stressing and getting actually a bit put out by how far.
But it is ridiculous. You know, you've come so far, and on the back half, me and Carrie were moaning for ages and ages and ages, weren't enjoying it, and then to hear that news that you've got, a mile less, was just ridiculous. It was the most euphoric thing we'd ever heard. It's just so stupid.
Me too. Hey, I wasn't not enjoying myself. I wasn't not kind of like aware and happy and stuff, but because I knew I would finish at that point. But I was like, oh God, I'm so pleased I get 15 minutes more sleep when I get home. Actually, let's say 17, because I wasn't running 15-minute miles at that point. Although, got to say, someone even posted, someone I actually only half know, on the group saying, look at Rob Cowlin's pacing. He's 16-minute miling pretty much for the whole second half of this race. I was like, Jesus, am I? Yeah, because I've got professional, amazing pacers who have somehow made me do that. I just don't understand it. It's just incredible. Because with the walk-run thing definitely works. Got to say that for anyone out there thinking of doing a long-distance thing, particularly if you're not a pro, like walk running, if you find your pattern, you can do marathons or any ultra, way probably quicker and more effectively and less painfully than you ever thought. I will use this on the next one and the next one. I will use it loads.
I'll do something, Rob, but if anyone's interested in doing something like this, I think it's worthwhile sort of discussing how we've come about, So obviously with this lot, the Centurion lot, you need to qualify, don't you, to run 100 miles with them.
Yeah.
So you need to do a 50-mile race before you've done that.
Yep.
And we were discussing the other day the actual cost of this, weren't we? And what the hell we were doing. I woke up on Saturday to go to the start line slightly earlier than you, and we were both gathered in the kitchen because obviously I'm what's the COVID term? You're my bubble bloke, aren't you?
Yeah, you're my bubble boy.
Yeah. But we were in the kitchen, like, right. So would you rather have £165 cash in your hand right now, or just this race number, and then you've got to go do that? It's not cheap, is it? This running malarkey.
No, but for me, that's a really stupid question because I would always have the race number.
Would you?
Of course I would.
Okay, and then you've got the kit list. And then, I'm just trying to put it out there. People who are teasing with the idea, what So you've got.
I know it feels like an investment, but these events are unique. I suppose you go into them knowing you're going to put yourself through a lot, but then again, you enter actually some of the city half marathons even, and they can cost like, not being funny, but the Hackney half, I think. Hackney half a few years ago cost me £55, £60. didn't get anything really other than a little cheapo medal and to run round London twice.
I'm not knocking. I'm not knocking it. I think it's. I think for me, it's worth every penny. This Centurion Grand Slam, but it is pricey, and also kit list requirements as well. If anyone wanted to know about those, you've got to get all that crap, haven't you?
So you have to get a proper waterproof jacket. That's probably the biggest investment. Head torches, they're not expensive. You can get...
Yeah, but don't get the entry-level ones. Don't get the entry-level ones, because as soon as you turn up and it's head torch time, you look like the biggest mug going on that race.
I was about to say, actually, I only use an entry-level head torch because all mine needs to do is complement my existing vision, which is pretty good. But if your vision's not great, you need a next-level head torch.
Oh, no, I disagree, Rob. I think the brighter the better. And it's so worth it. If this is something you're going to do, get a decent one. Don't just buy the minimum kit list requirement on the head torch anyway. But I'm bad.
No, don't buy the minimum, but you don't have to go expensive. Like, you can go to Decathlon and buy a decent head torch.
Oh, yeah,
decent.
And we're talking lumens. I can't remember what the minimum lumens is, but that's how light.
That's Anaraki. People can look it up.
No, it's not. But I think it's like 120, 100 lumens. I think is the minimum.
Yeah, you can buy something in Decathlon. And
300. Get 300 lumens. Get 300 lumens.
All you need to do is buy an extra few batteries, just in case it doesn't have the same efficiency. That's your money well spent. Don't worry about it.
Waterproof jackets, what do you think about those?
I would never wear one, even if it was
I wouldn't either.
Like apocalyptic rain.
Yeah,
Would you not?
No, so
my
one.
Chilly though. Oh,
yeah, I did get a bit chilly, and I had to put it on, didn't I? I came out of an
You always do.
I came out of an aid station and had to put it on, but as soon as you put that thing on, it literally, for me, it's like a steam room. So I will sweat into it, and then I'm in my own little steam room.
Lovely.
It's horrible. So
did you put your gloves on as well? Oh,
no.
You've got to put your mittens on.
No, I didn't put the mittens on. No, I was okay.
I got asked if I was warm enough at one point by Mrs. Webber, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." He's like, "Are you sure?" "I'm absolutely fine."
Yeah.
Put your mittens on anyway.
Put your mittens on. No, I mean, but with the waterproof jackets again, just from experience, I think it took me 2 attempts to get one that actually was waterproof. Oh, that one's windproof. That's not going to work, is it? No. But like for Centurion, for example, you have to have 10,000, what is it, millimeters?
GSM.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Grams per square meter of water. So
have to have tape. Have to have tape seams. Didn't even understand what that meant when I first read that.
Yeah, it just means when you flip it inside out, because this is a bit Anaraki, but when you flip it inside out, it just means that it looks like there's a sort of taped edge along all of the bits that could have perforations, like where it joins at the armpit and stuff. So it just means water can't leak through the gaps.
Nice.
It makes sense, and I always have it. Everyone always carries the mandatory kit.
Whoa, hang on. Well, we almost mucked up. Didn't have a whistle. We were humming and ahhing about whistles.
No, I had a whistle. No,
yeah,
I
know we had a whistle. Yeah,
bag,
but we all got a bit. When you turned up. So shit, I don't have a whistle.
On my fingers.
I don't have a whistle. Well done. Is that okay, James? Is that okay?
Absolutely. Gotta stop doing that voice.
Oh, I find it funny.
It's funny.
What else have people got to get on that kit list requirement thing? I've heard you've got to get waterproof trousers for the South Downs Way. Is that correct?
I haven't checked that up yet. We'll talk about that when we come to the South Downs. I hope not, because I never wear trousers for anything, including work. So.
Yeah. Okay.
I always wear my lobster shorts, don't I? So.
Yeah. Nice.
But how did you feel at the end of the TP100 then, Si? Like, you said you felt a bit emotional. Was that about you thought the slam was gone?
Not at the finish line, I didn't. At the finish line.
No, because you're a robot, right? That's why.
At the finish line, I felt trashed. Absolutely trashed.
But that's a mechanical thing. Do you not feel anything when you finish a race like that was really hard and really pushed you?
Yeah. But, I mean, that side of things about... We've done so many, so...
How many 100-milers have you done?
3. But
right.
Ultras we've done, I don't know, 40 something, but it doesn't matter. You once you have the experience of racing, being in a race, collecting a bib, crossing a line, getting a medal, it doesn't really affect me that much, to be honest with you.
Is that because you're harder than me? Because I probably have teared up during almost every marathon I've ever run.
Well, that's over 100.
Yeah,
Blimmin' heck.
But I'm just trying to assess because people are probably interested to know. It's like, well, I don't know. I said with 14 miles to go with the two guys I was with, and obviously Rob Treadwell in front of us, pacing us brilliantly and opening gates and stuff. I just said, is anyone else feeling overwhelmingly emotional? And they both just one of the people nodded, and Hayley, who I was with, sort of said, yeah. You know, so. You don't get that. Does that not happen to you? Because this is something that happens, right?
Well, you
run with your heart. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. But like during the race, there's so many, for hundreds anyway. In my experience, there's so many bloody problems that I've got to deal with. So I can't be getting emotional about it. I've got to, we've got to be on point and sort these things out, and come up with solutions. Can't be getting emotional about it. Like I said to you, a couple of hours later, when I thought, do you know what? I think I really am quite badly damaged here. Then I got a bit emotional, thinking, shit, I might not be able to do these next two. Maybe that's because I was so fatigued and tired that I didn't know what was going on. But yeah, not really during, very rarely. See,
because it's mad, but I'll tell you, and I'm not ashamed of it. I was okay when I spoke to you, and I thought you had this mechanical thing going on. You were out. I thought you were done. And then when I was in flight mode with my phone most of the time, and I flipped out of it. And I checked in with John, Sarah, and the guys, and I saw a picture of you walking along with them, or hiking up, or jogging, whatever. And it gave me tears. I was like, "He's still going." Like it gave me a sort of sense of hope and stuff. And it wasn't even my race. But
Sense of hope. What is this we're doing here, Rob? All we're doing is running 100 miles. God's sake.
No, that's what you see it as. I don't see it like that. This is a journey. This is proving yourself. This is doing something that a lot of people go into not knowing they can do. I suppose a lot of the races you enter kind of mechanically are finished. Even for me, a marathon or a half marathon, I rock up to, it's done. I've done it. I'm getting a medal.
Yeah, with these hundreds,
might be a bit tricky.
With these hundreds, there's so much doubt for me. So much, loads of doubt. I go into these things thinking there's loads of doubt.
And when you give a toss about somebody and they overcome something, that means something to me. Like, it doesn't even have to be me. Obviously, I was wrapped up in my own emotions. At one point, I was walking through a churchyard having a little chat to Mr. Thornbury, like, in my head, and he was telling me some things to wind up Karen with, and that was great. You know, if it was easy, Karen would do it. Did that at the finish line, didn't we? And that was great, by the way. Gotta say, like, I got the wonderful Lisa Smith, who did our little picture for your birthday, to do a little commission of Karen and Mark on the GCR. Yeah. God rest him. And she said to me as I just after I finished, and I gave her the little presentation of the picture. She said to me, "What the hell are you going to do if I didn't finish?" I said, "What the hell are you saying that for? What do you mean if I didn't finish? The amount of trouble I'd have been in, Jesus Christ, it wouldn't have been worth being alive."
See, that's it. It's worth. It was worth having that little gift at the end then. Definitely
so much, yeah. And obviously,
through.
I asked you, like, where should I put this?
Yeah,
halfway,
the
finish. And you're like, the finish, obviously, yeah. Rob.
And
so you do get it.
You were contemplating halfway.
I know, man. I know.
That's not going to work because as soon as you hand that over, you're done. You know
exactly.
Yeah.
And then there's something else to focus on. It takes her focus away. No. But that was a brilliant. I think a brilliant little idea of myself that I didn't know how much it was going to affect my race. But one of the things I was thinking about for the whole time was I want to give her that portrait. I want to give it to her, and I want to give it to the finish. And also, I don't want her to murder me like everyone tells me she's going to if I don't finish this bloody race. And then a PB by 2 hours? Well, that's a bonus, isn't it?
Yeah,
shit.
Nice
doesn't happen to a spud like me every day, does it?
Don't worry, mate. You've told the world.
Okay.
No, good boy. Happy.
Good boy.
I'm really happy all of our group crossed the line as well. That's amazing.
Overjoyed, man. Overjoyed. Yeah. And I know you finished quite a while before, but it was a bit corona, but it was so nice to see some of the guys there. And James turned to me and
oh, did he? Did James turn up as well?
He turned up with his little mask on, and he didn't. No, I didn't give him a buff or a beer mat or anything because I wasn't carrying because I, obviously just managed to kit only.
Yeah.
But he turned around to me and said, "It's really nice to see you, Rob. Looking so happy at the finish of one of our 100 miles again. It's been a while." And I said, "James, it's so good to be back, mate. I'll see you in 5 weeks, yeah?" And then I said, "Where's my hot dog?"
With a load of milk tray. "I'll be back with the bottle for you, James."
That man makes good races. Him and Nicky, what a team!
Yeah.
What a little army they've got. And the volunteers were brilliant. They put up with
Funny.
all my nonsense.
Oh yeah,
Thankfully, I was crude, so I didn't have to abide it too much.
Yeah,
but...
we were not saying that with 10, 20 miles to go. We were not.
No.
But
where's my cheese sandwich? Where was it?
Yeah, but when you cross the
Mate,
line,
the amount of malt loaf I ate was absolutely unbelievable. I'm sure I probably set a world record on that.
Yeah, I started on Baby Bells and ended up on crisps. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh, we have to do some sort of diary about nutrition.
Oh, it's just not normal, is it, man? It's not normal. It's like 20 Baby Bells and 10 packets of crisps.
At one point, I was eating a cheese sandwich and there wasn't much butter in it, so I started choking on it. So I just threw it in her head. It's like, where's my quiche? About 3 a.m. in the middle of Reading or something, or Pangbourne, wherever that is. Where's the quiche? I want something wet to slop down my gullet.
Where's the steak
state
tartare?
like, seriously, no, but honestly, the absolute state of what we do. I said this several times. The people around me were like having a bit of a bad one at the time, but I just kept talking absolutely nonsense so much about all the food. I'm putting in these food orders to my crew, and these people have.
So, yeah, you've literally got Deliveroo on speed dial on your phone, which would be Karen and whoever, right?
The amazing Karen Webber was knocking me up ham and cheese sarnies. Like, I had the best lunch in the world. I said, it was to a point where I popped into the second cruise stop. I was like, no, I'm a bit full from the last one. That was a big lunch. Could I just have my dessert now?
It's me going into the aid station, living off crisps. What flavours we got here? What flavours we got here, guys?
Please, James, I want some more.
What flavour we got here, boys?
You got some Corona crisps? Can I have some, please?
I'm not going to.
Have you got any malt loaf? Absolutely not. Do you want half a penguin?
Oh God, no! Rob, stop it! Right, there's a bit when I got into when my back went or whatever. Yes, there's a picture. I came out of that aid station with a packet of Worcester sauce, and I was so happy it was Worcester sauce. It was such a luxury flavour.
They look cheap though. They look like Walkers.
I couldn't believe my luck. I had Worcester sauce.
He's only paid £150 for this. What a joker. I'm crying.
I am crying
again.
Yeah.
Oh, Robbie's crying again.
He's crying. Hang on, stop it. Oh.
Stop now, calm down.
Yeah. I'm laughing because I can just imagine you if you like smoked salmon on whatever. I'm there plugging through with some Worcester sauce crisps, thinking I'm living my best life, Mum.
I had cashew nuts. I was given little surprises. I was putting in orders of like, I want a bit of quiche, a couple of sausage rolls, a couple of ham and cheese sarnies, and then on the side I got some cashew nuts, which was like a little surprise.
Did you have paper plates or anything? Do you have napkins?
No, but I was served coffee in disposable cups. So I could walk out like it was a Costa takeaway.
Coffee? And did it have your name on the side? What's your name, mate? Rob.
Yeah. Bobby.
Yeah, Bob.
Bobby's
Bob.
Coffee
for Bob. No, Rob.
Coffee for Bob Scowling.
Bob Scowling. No, it's Rob.
Oh, no milk, please, darling. Oat milk, thank you. Can you make it a cappuccino? Give it a bit of a whip.
What do you mean?
What a joke. What an absolute joke. I basically cheated.
What do you mean you cheated?
I cheated.
I'm telling you about living off Worcester sauce. No, those Worcester sauce.
Yeah, but at one point it's like, no, I'm really full from dinner. So can I
full from dinner?
For the next...
Full from dinner. Where was dinner? Where was that served? Did you have a seat?
I had a lovely dinner. I had a lovely dinner between Reading and Pangbourne. I was so full that I could only manage a cup of soup as like an appetite.
Cup of soup.
And then I had it. And I was actually very alert and awake because actually I slept very well at yours with the chamomile tea and the little nightcap before. And so I didn't even need much caffeine until 4 a.m. and then I started getting on the coffees, yeah.
Oh, arsehole.
What did you have, Simon?
What, for
Some
dinner?
gruel?
No, for dinner. For dinner, right. I again, another...
A baby bell and some Worcester sauce?
No. There was another... There was one age, I remember coming into this aid station and I just literally grabbed whatever's on the table. And I
Just put it all in your pocket?
Yeah. And I was out on the course, whipped out one of these packets that they keep it all in, right? There's 2 Scotch eggs in this one.
You got a Scotch egg?
Yeah, the mini ones.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, no, picnic eggs aren't the same.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. They're like smashed eggs.
Yeah, smushed egg,
yeah,
picnic
yeah.
egg.
But there was 2, Rob. There was 2
about
in the
that.
plastic bag.
I couldn't open the plastic bag because when I took them at Walter, I was trying to get some cherry tomatoes out. I was having to rip the bag open. I didn't have any nails because I'd ripped them all off. I couldn't claw through it, so I bit it with my teeth and I swallowed loads of plastic.
I've got in my living room, I've got a bottle of nail varnish. Is that yours?
No, it's Mrs. Marshall's.
Oh, right, okay, fair dues. You've left your toothpaste here as well, and your toothbrush.
Oh, no. Well, I've got a spare here, obviously, haven't I? So
and where are my house
you wait
keys?
till I come back.
Where are my house keys?
They're in my Ultra vest.
Right. Can you take them out of the Ultra Running vest and put them somewhere safe?
Yes, mate. Will do. I'm not wearing the vest until the next time I see you. So what's the point?
Oh.
I'm not going running. I don't do running anymore. I've got a little puppy to look after. I can't leave the house.
Okay, look. Before we've got to finish this, just running into fits of hysteria. But tell us about the bloody puppy. Then what's going on?
I've got a new puppy. So he's a little Lhasa Apso called Zico, which means brother of wolf, apparently. No, he's been a good boy.
And that's not just for Thames Path 100. That's for life, right?
No, but what was brilliant was Mum rocked up at the finish, and Mum is just like this. As you know, number one.
Well, I've met Mum now, haven't I? I've met Mum.
You met Mum, yeah. Good boy.
Yeah.
Turns up at the finish with little Zico and little Bijou, who's her dog. And that was actually my favourite finisher photo of me basically crying into 2 dogs.
I haven't had time to digest that one because you keep changing your profile picture every 5 minutes today.
I know. Just because you never do yours, and yours is rubbish, mate. Don't be jealous.
Why is it rubbish?
Just because I'm beautiful, you're rubbish. That's why it's rubbish. But I love you anyway. So he's been a good boy. And
so you've had 24 hours with dog. How's it going? Bit of responsibility now, eh?
Really well. No, it's good. No, it's a bit of structure that I've been needing desperately.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean we have to lose our way with all this. It just means basically the only things I'll now be doing are these mad Centurion type races. I just won't be able to spend every weekend going, afield to do all the social stuff. But once a month, once every couple of months, we'll be popping back and doing it. So you know what it's like. You've got twin boys, haven't you? That's almost as difficult as having a puppy.
Almost as difficult as having a puppy. Yeah.
Mate, a puppy's more difficult.
Right.
Hands down.
Not having this discussion at 10 o'clock at night.
We'll put up a poll then on the Banner Runners page.
Oh, okay, mate. Yeah.
Just a little shout out because I don't think I've fully addressed it. A little shout out to the people that did crew and look after me and their significant others.
Us, definitely.
Over the weekend.
All of us.
Robert Treadwell, Paul Mason, Caroline Farron, and Jan Treadwell, and Karen Webber, of course. Bitch crew or cow bags, whatever the hell I was supposed to call. I was too scared to do it. Awesome, honestly. We talked about the time. I reckon, and they say, it's like, you probably still would have made it, Rob, but there's obviously this thing, it's like, I'd have been on the wire. If I didn't have that slick F1 type switchover, when I had the pacers helping me, carrying the extra water, that they could top me up with, and the efficiency of it, I'd have been on the wire, and it would have done my head in. I was so lucky, and, I think, to me, as someone who's quite stubborn and, often just wants to do things by myself, it's so important actually that I just sucked it up and said, no, I need help for this. I can't do this race without a bit of help, and asked these people who are obviously, I'm so lucky to have, because God knows why they want to help me. These people are way more esteemed, way more capable, but God knows the community pays it forward.
It's because you're you, isn't it, Rob? That's why.
Well, no, I just guess this community pays it forward, and I've said to all of them, I'm in your debt, you let me know when you need something, and it's not money, it's not material things, it's time, which is the most valuable asset any of us have, and giving that up just means the world to me. So I'll find a way to pay it back to all of them, but I owe them a debt that is yet to be paid, and I'm so pleased. And honestly, I still think I'm going to wake up soon, but I'm having a brilliant dream right now.
Oh, good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
Not going to cry, you, Simon?
No. But I'm the same as well. I mean, I can't thank Carrie enough. I mean, I've coached her. She's going to run her first marathon week before A100. So we're both quids in with this. I mean, it ties up with her training program. Poor girl, right?
Yeah.
So
and then pacing you over 25 miles of that.
Yeah. That's, no. You can't do that unless she wants to. I mean, 'cause that would just be like 2 marathons in 2 weeks, which is too much. But yeah,
says Simon.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And also, you know, always John White and Sarah Marsh and Ollie Dawson. Without them, I wouldn't have finished.
Hey, we're a running family, the lot of us. Like you guys, it means 99% as much to see you guys finish as it does to me to have my finish. And even if I hadn't,
always good to see the Saturn lot as well. I enjoyed seeing Saturn. Did you see any?
That was a huge boost. Yeah, 22 miles. There was like a little cheers squad. And I flipped my headphones off, and honestly, the roar and the offer of sweets and ice creams and things was like. Again, like you'll think I'm pathetic, but it brought a little tear to my eye. I was like, Jesus, I just can't believe this many people care about this stupid crap that I do. Yeah. But they understand it because they're runners too, and they know what was going on. And everyone, Jadjit Singh on the trail, Rich Williams, they're all high-fiving, like, well, virtually, and like shouting out, you know, like encouragement. It just gets me.
Out,
this stuff
good
is
boy.
brilliant.
Were they shouting out, good boy, well done?
No,
Rob.
that's just you and me, mate. That's just you and me, man. No, but just like these people are esteemed, accomplished runners who are just more than that. They are fundamentally amazing and spirited people, and it just means the absolute world to be part of this community. I used to say these people are my running friends or my acquaintances. Now they're just my mates because actually they've become more important to me than basically anything else in my life because it's all that's there now except little Papa. And it's amazing. It's awesome to see all that and just to have it. It's brilliant. It doesn't matter how crappy the trail is. The adventure on that trail is what matters. And I had the best weekend ever.
Nice. Oh, wow. It's top the North Downs way, is it? Top North Downs.
I said it's the proudest moment of my life.
Proudest moment of his life.
From an achievement perspective.
Well done, Rob. Well done. Well done.
Well done, you too. Yeah. You overcame some tough stuff, and I thought you were done, and you weren't. And that is the second time that's happened. And
oh, mate, there's going to be a third and a fourth. Don't you worry.
Yeah, but on the next one, I'm more likely to see you, and I will laugh and point, but then I will probably try and help you.
Okay, good boy.
If I catch you or see you on one of the return legs crying and going, "Oh, James, what's sore again? Can you help me, please?"
I can't do this. Why is it so hard?
Oh, I've had to go for a poo again, James.
Yeah. There's no toilets here at all. I'm sick of the crisps.
Have you got any Worcester sauce?
Yeah, they've all run out.
Oh my God. That's too whiny. We probably better can that.
Yeah, no, we're not going to can that at all. Mate. But I'm going to say goodnight now, Rob.
Coming back.
Spare time.
I'll say goodnight.
But I'll see you before, we'll do this before the next one easily, won't we? But
yeah, most definitely.
Find someone interesting to talk to because we're going to lose people.
There's no shortage of interesting people that I know and have met, mate. We'll find someone. Right. And I'll see you soon, yeah?
Night, boy.
And see you all soon.
Bye.
Night, boy.
Bye.
Bye-bye.